Do you find it difficult to actually log in and do your lesson? Do you find it difficult to carve out time basically in your week to learn more at the piano? Because the problem with self-paced learning on the internet is that there's no push. Like, self-paced learning has been a wonderful thing for the last decade. It's awesome. There's so many awesome things about it. But if you're not someone who can naturally motivate themselves or naturally make yourself stick to a plan by yourself, then it can actually become quite frustrating, finding it really difficult to get to that piano and to learn more and practice more. You start treading water, start playing the same pieces over and over, you're not making progress, and you can start to get really frustrated. And if that's you, I'm so glad that you're here today, because I'm going to be talking about how to make online piano learning work even if you are not one of those self-starters or self-motivated learners. One of the things we definitely need for online learning, especially if we're not an independent learner, we need motivation. When we enroll in a new course, or we take new lessons, or we get a new teacher, when we choose a new pathway for our learning, we're excited about this future possibility that we see for ourselves, and something has sparked that future. I can see that it's possible that I might be able to play in this way that's really appealing. And that's that motivation. That's how it starts. We can see ourselves being able to play proficiently, impressively, confidently, creatively. And that's really exciting. And we feel like the solution is right in front of us. And so we start. But it's not the beginning that gets you there. What gets you those results that you can continue to feel that hope for that future you is to continue to do it. Because as you see yourself graduating each tiny step of the way, you can see that you can get better, and therefore that thing that's far away doesn't seem so far away. We all have super busy lives, and it's always too easy to procrastinate our daily practice for something else that's more important. You kind of need to make it a high priority that your personal development and your interests are also really important things just for your fulfillment and enjoyment in life. And if playing piano is a desire of yours, then really it is quite a high priority for you to set aside that time. So that does require a little bit of structure and a little bit of follow through. And if that's not natural for you, then maybe you need someone to tell you, you need to do this many hours of practice this week, you need to do these lessons, and you need to do this assignment, and you need to send it to me by this deadline, right? Some of us need that structure and someone saying to us, you have to do this, in order to make it a high priority in our minds. Nothing like a deadline, which is why the next thing is deadlines. And I don't mean this in the high stress, high pressure situation of, a work deadline or a university deadline. Those things are quite stressful, and it tends to not make us a better work ethic or increasing productivity. What those high pressure deadlines tend to do, and research backs this up, is just make us really stressed and potentially resent the work and just do everything last minute, right? The night before the deadline. The kind of deadlines that I like to impose, and that I am imposing in this new solution that I was talking about before, it's called the 12-month Pianist Transformation Program. I've been emailing you guys about it this week. The deadlines there are really just, if you don't meet them, it doesn't mean you don't pass or you don't get the certificate. It's nothing like that, as serious as that. It's just that if you want the full benefit of feedback from me, which I'm offering, then you need to meet the deadline. So there's sort of that incentive rather than a punishment. Everything is better with friends, right? Piano Picnic has, ever since the start, I've wanted to build a community of pianists that are really interested in each other's development, because we can learn so much from each other. And this concept is heightened even more with the transformation program. We're going to be doing synchronous learning. There's lots of different names for it. Synchronous, cohort is a fancy name for it. It means that as a group, you're learning the same things at the same time. Month 1, we'll be learning super basics. Month 2, we're going to be doing the songs by ear course. Month 3, we'll have another coaching. So everyone's doing the exact same thing, exact same time. And that kind of fosters a really close-knit sort of camaraderie where you can really bounce ideas off each other and support each other very much in the moment of what you're all learning together. Mindset. A recent study I was reading compared those who considered pursuing an interest to be something that was predestined or born with, and compared those people to those who considered an interest to be something that was developed or pursued, right? And then they gave them a challenge. And the first group, who considered an interest to be something that, we're just predetermined to have, gave up really easily as soon as they faced a challenge. The latter group, who already thought that an interest was something to be pursued, were already ready for the challenge. When the challenge came, they knew that they had to pursue it anyway. So they were more predisposed to work through that challenge and put in a bit of effort to get through it and then enjoy the other side. So I think that we can learn something from that. I always tell people that with piano, talent has nothing to do with it. Those people that are born with it, talented, yes, okay, we know some people like that, but that doesn't affect us, and certainly it doesn't affect your capability to pursue or develop the interest of playing piano and develop more skill. You can still get to your goal of creative play, of improvisation, or recording that song or album that you really want to. Those things are all achievable by pursuing your interest. And so that's a mindset that we need to have. To pursue playing the piano, we have to go after it, and it's not just going to fall into our lap. If you are one of those people that I've been talking about who maybe you struggle with actually getting to the piano, that prefers to have a bit of structure and a bit of follow up so that you can follow through with your piano dreams, then you're going to be interested in my new program. It's called the 12-month Pianist Transformation Program. Please get your application or message me now. I hope you have a wonderful week, and remember to play it like you mean it. And I'll see you later.